Nice. Hello, Vix. How are you doing? My hand hurts. I was playing Fortnite for a little longer before I streamed. I forgot to put short stream in the title. I think I'm only going to stream an hour again, but nothing to do on HSR currently. I'm so bad. Great, you? I'm doing quite well, Vix. Thank you. Glad to hear you're doing great. Hello, hello, Devious. I'm probably going to use this. Actually, no. I don't want to normalize using Fortnite gameplay for my Honkai Star Rail videos. So I'll probably just like get more Honkai Star Rail stuff out. What does Lushaka do again? Does Lushaka give ER an attack to the person who's first in the slot? Wow, I suck. And the new set, I think... What does the new set do again? It increases max HP and increases crit damage by 28%. I think if you're running into ult issues with Tribi, you use Lushaka. And if you want Tribi to do more damage, you just use the new Casterus set, basically. I think it's that simple. What's up, bud? Yeah. You use Casteruses to make Tribi do more damage. You use Lushaka to make the main DPS do more damage. Because Tribi, I think S5, okay, but most people don't have this. I think her ult uptime is fine, and her best free-to-play Lycone, I think, is S5 DDD. Would you say Sunday's still very good with Branyo's Lycone? I think it's his best. I think it's his best in slot after, what's it called? It's his best in slot after his signature, but I think it is better than nothing. Yeah, I think it makes him skill point positive, but nowhere near as positive as he could be with the Lycone. But I think it's a good free-to-play choice. I don't have Bronya's Lycone, so I've kind of like I always forget every single time what Bronya's Lycone exactly does. All I remember is I think it gives skill point refund on ults. I think after 2 ults. So like every 3 ults you get a skill point refund. And I think it also increases ER. So yeah, that's probably his best free-to-play option. Really bad. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to play ZZZ at all. Like, I obviously could, but I don't know why, but I've just been burnt out whenever I try to play, like, another gacha game on top of HSR at the exact same time. So I'd rather just focus on HSR so that I don't get burnt out. Woo. Yeah. I feel like HSR is so time convenient. Like I can put everything on auto. Like I do all my dailies on auto and all that. And like most of HSR content is talking about leaks or like, you know, what's the best set, what's the best planar, best teammates, maybe some animation leaks, excited like in HSR most of the content is speculation and opinion, not the actual game itself. At least for me personally. I know for a lot of content creators out there, the game itself is mostly their content, but that's not what I do. Whoops. Whoa. Yeah, it's just about pulling, honestly, like the end game. What's good? What's good, Solus? Nothing much. How strong do you think Aglaya would be? I think Aglaya best in slot team. E0 S1s. I think Aglaya is below Herda but above My Day. Like My Day is 100% better in his own MOC, but that's because the MOC gives him a 30% damage buff. Sup everyone, sup, how's it? Oh, Jesus, I hate playing against people like this. It's so fucking annoying. Yeah, My Day, Aglaya, and Herda are in their own tier for like best DPSs in the game currently. Like, why are my shots not registering? Yeah, I think the problem with My Day is just where his banner is. Like, Castris is right after. Like, how am I... I don't understand. Me just focusing on the keyboard sounds? Are they really that loud? Yeah, he's not going to be a Blade. He's for sure going to be better, and I think he'll get a buff with Hyacine. But, like, any buff that Blade gets with best-in-slot teammates is a buff to Castress as well. So, it's like, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, he'll for sure last a good while, probably. What is wrong with my game? Holy leg. I get so much more lag when I stream. Mechanical keyboard? Yes. It's a pretty cheap one too. Off Amazon, it's the GK61 with red switches. I got it like 3 or 4 years ago. It's lasted me a pretty long while. People say Glea, Jingliu 2.0 and My Day's Blade 2.0. I mean, maybe. I think My Day's more like Dill. Because he's imaginary destruction and he's meta for like one patch. And then right after, it's like... Like, people are talking about My Day like they talked about Dill on his rerun in 2.0. Where it was like, oh my god, pull Dill, best DPS in the game. Like, you pull Dill, you pull Sparkle, like, Acheron is barely better. Like, I have people saying the exact same thing for My Day in my comments, being like, oh, My Day's meta. My Day's power creep. Oh my god, there's no way anyone's ever gonna be better than My Day. Yeah, a lot of people are complaining about My Day getting buffed. I don't understand why. Like, I just don't. There was never this much controversy when Herda got a buff. Wow, I can't take anything, man. Like, are these guys just all on 0 ping? This happened to me earlier. I almost lost to someone because I couldn't take a wall from them. Yeah, a lot of people are complaining, Vix, yeah. They thought that My Day being like 2.x DPS level, if not worse, was actually like good. Like, people would want to pull for that. And then when he got buffed and people were happy, they were like, oh my god, I thought you hated power creep. Like, He's still worse than both of them. It's going good, Azex. How about you? Shit. Please read my message. You are my favorite capybara. I don't see your message anywhere here. Wow. That's cool, Dark. Tomorrow's the Jade event? Oh, really? Nice, nice. Can't wait till they win the 500k. Same, man. Oh my fucking god. No, no, SGR. Like, your messages weren't popping up for me. Like, at all. Like, that was the first message that popped up. Like, I just can't, man. Like, holy fuck. Yeah, the 10% would be nice. I don't even really care about the 500k. That probably won't happen. But the 10% would be nice. I think casters probably will need energy for ults. But I could be wrong. Could have a special mechanic as well. How in the... Okay, so this guy's controller and just spams cone. I don't mind other people winning the 500k. Apparently Anoxa's win now. Yeah, I saw some leak that apparently people think he's gonna be win now. I mean, then you can go for the dot DPS mouse. That's fine. I'm getting Castris E0S0 AZEX. The unit I'm gonna invest hard into is Sunday, not Castris. Like I can't get E0S1 Castris plus E0S1 Sunday unless I rely on luck. I can get at most like 300 plus pulls in the first phase of 3.2 from second half of 3.0 plus 3.1 plus 3.2 being an anniversary. But that's it. Like I'd have to get lucky basically to actually go for both E0S1 on both characters. Yes, Adrian. Sunday's Lycone is worth it. Sunday's Lycone, I think, can stack up to like 45% more damage boost, get him more energy for ult more often, and he regenerates significantly more skill points with the Lycone compared to Branya's. Like, even with a Branya Lycone, it's like a significant difference. I keep blanking over and over again. Yeah, the E1 will 100% probably be crazy for Castris, but the S1 overall is just way better quality of life. I fucking hate the lag I get on my internet when I start streaming. It's like, usually it doesn't matter, but in this game, it's like... Should I skip my day for the second anniversary unit? I have Sunday, but as a free to play, I don't know what... Yeah, I think Castris will 100% be a better pull over my day. And they both want the exact same best in slot teammates. So it's not worth it to get both of them at the same time. Like, wow, man. Is Hyacinth coming out in 3.3? Yeah, that's what the leaker said. And the fact that we're getting the planar set for her in 3.1 means that she's likely going to release in 3.3. Yeah, Hyacinth will probably be best in slot sustain. And then after that, I think Link Shaw continues to be the second best. Phenon will not be a sub DPS support for Aglaya. There's like a 0% chance of that. Phenon will 100% be like his own DPS. Pated? Nice, hero. Is Tribby a must pull if you have Herda? I think so, yes. I do think so. I think especially after they lowered her ult cost. So she now does more damage per cycle and like regenerates even more energy and shit. Like I genuinely think Tribby is like better than everyone else by like a decent margin. And when you end up getting a Noxa for Herda's team, it's gonna be an even bigger difference. Because her buffs will also apply to a Noxa. The 180 speed requirement on Hyacinth planar set? Yeah. I think you just run 2-piece speed, 2-piece speed, and then as well 2-piece speed on her own set. Because 180 speed is not easy to hit. Yeah, they did nerf Tribby's Lycone a little bit. So you don't need to really pull for it as much anymore, but it is still good for Tribby. Like she spams ult more often, does more damage, and gives 48% crit damage to the entire party. Is DDD technically better? I don't think so. I think DDD is better than any free-to-play option, though. Because her signature Lycone makes her do more damage, the team do more damage, and she does ult more often. So it's like, there's 3 things the Lycone does that kind of beats out using DDD, I think. I think Sunday's going to be better than Tribby on release. I mean, yeah. But like Tribby's going to be better than Sunday for any team that uses one more than one DPS. And Sunday will be better for teams where he's in his like his best condition, which is in a hyper carry team. Like Tribby will just be better for future because of that. Whoa, nice move. Thank you, Mouse. Wow, that was... I wonder if Tribby is good for Fei Xiao. Yes. I think Sustainless runs. There's a 0 cycle with Fei Xiao in the next MOC, and like the 3.11. Using Robin and Tribby. Tribby's like the best for Sustainless. I'm not sure, Mouse. I think it's more likely that it's still hyper carry, because I think team-wide true damage is too broken. Like, I'm not gonna lie, team-wide true damage would probably just be way stronger than Tribby. Well, yeah, I know they used Eagle set, but like I'm just saying, like Tribby is the best for Sustainless. That's basically it. Yeah, Eagle set is like, like, it's, it's something, man. Yeah, like team-wide true damage in a base kit is pretty like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think like they'll probably just get like another HMC fugue situation. Probably. Wow. Why Fortnite? Because I like this game. And there isn't anything to do in Honkai Star. Yeah, Castorus has the best animations in the game by like a fucking mile. And according to the leakers, that teased animation wasn't even the entire thing. They actually like cut part of it off. Like, she has the best animations. She's one of the most important characters in the story. The leakers are saying she's going to be the biggest DPS drop. Like, it's just like, you know, like, you connect 2 and 2. She's the anniversary drop as well. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's actually a good chance she's just another Acheron in terms of like how she affects the meta. No, you're not gonna regret skipping Jade because you're gonna put a Nox on Jade's thing anyways. What the fuck just happened? I mean, yeah, that's the point. They want to sell you Jade before Anoxa releases. That's why Jade's on the rerun right now. Jade is currently the best Erudition slot, but that shit's gonna change in 2 patches, so they gotta sell Jade. Yeah, if I got lucky enough, it would be nice to pull both Anoxa and Casters, but like that's just not happening. It's just not happening at all. So I'm not even gonna bother like trying to rely on that. I'll just get a Nox on a rerun and Tribby on a rerun. Tribby, since she's a Harmony, will probably rerun within like 3 patches. A Noxa probably like 4. I mean, I don't think it will only be slightly better. Like, according to the leakers are hyping up a Noxa to be, like, damn near Herda level. Like, he so-called sub-DPS, but he's Herda level. Or, like, probably weaker. I'd say he's probably weaker damage-wise. But he has utility in his kit, which Herda does not have. Outside of her 8th. Because Herda has an 80% crit damage buff when you have 1 more erudition on your team, which is like foreshadowing that she's not going to be the only one on her team doing significant damage. Like the leakers were saying some bullshit like the GOAT erudition team with a Noxa and Herda will be stronger than E2 S1 Caster's best in slot team. Which could be true, but we're a little far off. Yeah, I have an E2 S1 Herda, so I can like perfectly fine skip the best in slots. You're probably gonna run a sustain, because otherwise they're gonna die. Chatter who mentioned Tribune RMC combo. I mean, Sustainless probably, but otherwise, probably gonna use Ling Sha. Phenon could be a break character, but I don't know. Like, I just don't see it. Like, it could 100% happen, but, like, I'm iffy on it. It's like, he would fit it quite fine, but I don't know if they actually want to, like, continue to do break currently. No, I haven't, Plus Store. How are they gonna sell the Fugue rerun without break? They don't rerun her until another break character comes out. It's really that simple. Look at Ruan Mei. They've delayed Ruan Mei's rerun by a shit ton. Because, like, most people are either using Fugue and HMC, or they just don't feel like rerunning her currently because there isn't, like, a new break DPS. Like, Ruan Mei should have already gotten her other rerun. Like, whether it be 3.0 or on Firefly's banner. I've barely played ZZZ. I can't say if it's good or not. Yeah, Hunt is in a pretty bad spot currently. I know zero cycles usually aren't a good way of, like, doing something, but I believe in 3.1, Boot Hill needs like 8 costs to actually do a zero cycle, while in the current Svarog side, he can do it with no Eidolons on any teammates, and, like, not all signatures. Like, basically, you need double the cost to zero cycle in the next MOC compared to the current one. Which should just show you how much worse it's gotten. Because the thing about hunt units is if you go against, like, multiple mobs with a lot of HP, like, they can, like, their damage doesn't get any greater the more mobs are on field. Like, destruction and AoE characters will always do more damage the more mobs are on field. But that does not apply for hunt characters. Their best case scenario will always be against, like, one boss or something. So, like, whenever Herda is not facing 5 enemies, she's losing out on, like, half of her damage output. You know what I'm saying? Like, the MOC has to cater to hunt characters to make them good again. Like, with the current HP inflation, it's like, it's not even their fault. Yeah, but that's E1 Jade. Like, and E1 Jade is gonna be on like anyone else's team that isn't called Facial. Like, Facial's competition for being able to clear Pure Fiction is like Himiko and Herda. You know what I'm saying? Like, small Herda, not even like 5-star Herda. I'm sure it's fun though. Like, it's for sure probably more fun to use her in other teams. Or to use Facial. Yeah, I also think Tribby is going to gain value over time. Probably not Jade. Or Angel, sorry. Are you serious? Oh my god. Yeah, Noxa could change element, but I feel like this late into the game. Probably not. Yeah, I'm also glad he's not imaginary if he actually is wind. That would be a lot better. Aglaia is not a single target attacker. She's blast. Similar to my day. I don't know, Flogon. I don't know. It's just whatever I feel like. If I feel like playing it again, I will, but probably not. No problem. The thing is, Triby's E1 and E2 got significant buffs. So people who like vertically investing in like harmonies, like Triby's E1 and E2 is really really good. Even outside of it, it's good, but those specifically are like really top tier. Yeah, B. Triby's damage doesn't have to be significant. She already does enough. Like, Triby already gives 24% res pen plus 30% vulnerability, which is, like, very broken, especially for the AoE characters. No, you don't need to get Triby Eidolons. They're just really good value. That's all it is. Giving 18% defense ignore to everyone on field when your comp has 2 DPSs is really good. I'm glad Triby doesn't scale off attack. If she scaled off attack, oh my fucking goodness. Her pull value would have fucking plummeted with all of these 3.x DPSs not caring or giving a shit about attack. Oh, you mean Triby DPS. Do you mean Triby DPS? I mean, yeah. Triby E6 is a monster? Yeah, it is E6. I've already said it before. Like, people say Jiaoqiu, but like 100% in my opinion, E6 Triby is significantly more broken than Jiaoqiu. Especially now that they reduced the ult cost, and she still does the exact same amount of damage per ult. With her Lycone and E6, you're gonna be doing like 500Ks, 600Ks, 700Ks with a Triby. Like on a team without even trying. And she'll be doing that shit literally every time an ally ults. Your Herda ults, bam, 5 to 600k. Your Serval ults, 5 to 600k. Oh, now she has ult up another like 700, 800k nuke. Like, that E6 is insane. Not to mention what her other Eidolons do. Her E1 and E2 also like really help. I appreciate that, Blueberry. The gamble isn't today? No, I think it's tomorrow. I'm not sure though. Like, I was on a Honkai Star Rail before I started streaming for a bit, and I didn't see anything about it. Yeah, like, the only time pulling Tribby over Sunday is more important is if you're running a Herda team and you don't give a shit about Castris or My Day. If you're not pulling either of those guys, then Tribby and Noxa is actually the way to go if you went for Herda. And you just don't give a shit. Just stream the Endgame. It's literally gonna just be me, like, I guess trying to zero cycle or hit max APOC scores for like 2 or 3 hours. And that is like, I am not doing that. I prefer to do the sweaty stuff off stream. Oh, damn, nice, Blueberry. Holy fuck. E6 Herda is like the most broken E6 in the game. Good shit. Not pulling anything that needs Sunday? Yeah, you can very easily do that. Like, Herda doesn't need Sunday. And then there's, like, there will probably be a DPS somewhere in 3.x, like maybe Cyrene, who is rumored to be Dot, that probably wouldn't use Sunday because she wouldn't be the only one doing damage. Like, that one could also not use Sunday on her team and also want Tribby instead. You know what I'm saying? Or Robin. Robin could also work. Like, only currently is Sunday, like, super meta. But I agree, Andrina, I agree. That's why I quit it. It's not that the game was bad. I actually think objectively Wu was better than like HSR or Genshin. It's just that it's a bit tiring. Dot is Heislands. That's only one, Andrina. That's only one person who was rumored to possibly be physical Dot. Cyrene was the one before Heisland, who was also rumored to be Dot. No, there's two, Andrina. There's two. Oh, right, it was Cypher. Yeah, I think Cypher's the dot unit, not Cyrene. Sorry, the names are so fucking similar. I think, um, too long of a name that I can't pronounce. I think their best in slot support will probably be, what's it called? Um, Hyacine. Because even though Hyacine is also a healer, she's not stuck to abundance and she's actually remembrance. So that makes me think that she can not only likely heal, but also probably maybe be able to buff the HP scalers, since she's remembrance and not abundance. So I'm kind of hoping that Hyacine both heals and supports the max HP scalers. I know Andrina, but Cypher and Heislands are both said to be dot. Like, people were saying Cypher was dot way before we got any leaks about Heisland or whatever the fuck her name is. And they haven't changed it either. No, they aren't credible, noob. They aren't. I mean, GG, they are the thing you have to think about GG is they always do a live stream before like a patch ends, showing you the characters and the lycones that are gonna run in the next patch. And the issue with this is that Tribby is right after Aglaea's banner, meaning while Robin's banner and Robin's Lycone banner is up, people would instantly find out after the live stream that Tribby's Lycone is better for Robin than Robin's own signature. So they had to work around it so that that wouldn't happen, and they nerfed the Lycone so it wouldn't work with Robin as well. What do you think is the best HSR patch? The beginning of Penacony. Like the first patch. Like first. Like Penacony started off strong and then ended terribly. Like beginning of Penacony Honkai Star Rail was like one of the best. How about Wuwa? I can't speak for Wuwa because I haven't even played half the patches. But probably, like, if I had to guess, it's probably obviously Renacida, though. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, even though I haven't played half, it's probably Renacida. What was the point of Penacony? I'm not gonna lie, like, I understand. Like, a lot of people have this gripe, and to be fair, it can be very easily counterable. But I really wish they would just commit to deaths at times. You know what I'm saying? Like, when Firefly actually died, like, so-called died, like, that shit, like, something has a lot more impact when it's actually lasting and you don't find out like literally the next patch that she's alive. You know what I'm saying? Like I just hate fake out deaths unless it's only done like once or twice in the history of the game. Like even Ting Yun, like you know what I'm saying? All the biggest death plot twists in the game that were like the most peak of the story just got completely fucking reverted and turned into limited characters. Aventurine should have died. Sure. But I don't, to be honest, I never felt like, I never cared much about Aventurine in the story. So like him not dying wasn't like that crazy to me. Oh yeah, there's also a fake out death for Sparkle. Like, I think in the Acheron trailer when she was being teased, like apparently Acheron killed a fake Sparkle and not the real one. Like, there's a shit ton of fake out deaths in this game, man. Also, I have to say, I think 2.3 was the last patch of Penacony. That patch fucking sucked. Like, when you're in the Feldspar and Sparkle just decides to play a prank for like no reason, like that shit, I'm not gonna lie, like, I didn't fuck with it. No, 2.4 was Zhangzhou Lofu with Zhao Q and Yun Li, and we went back to the Zhangzhou Lofu. The Feldspar is like the last. I think that's the last area of Penacony. I absolutely hated the 2.6 replica quest. Like, it was so, like, it's so annoying, right? Because the actual event itself isn't bad, but you're only doing the event for like 1 or 2 minutes, and then you get sent straight into a pit of like 20 to 30 minutes of filler dialogue before you can actually continue to do the next part of the event. I wanted to. Oh my goodness. But Monkey. Nice. Yeah, I agree. Rappa's backstory was good. I liked Rappa's backstory, like when the cutscenes and all that shit happened. But the thing is that once again, like this is the main issue I have with Honkai Star Rail. The main substance of the story is fantastic, but they stretch it out so fucking much to make it look like there's more content than there actually is in a patch. Like that's the biggest issue. Like there's sprinkles of actually good storytelling and like cutscenes and other shit where I'm actually interested, and then I'm hit with like 20 minutes of filler dialogue by the pandemic fucking TVs going banana banana blah blah. Like you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like people are always like, "Oh, what do you expect?" But like the thing is, I wouldn't complain about it, right? Here's the thing. I don't complain about maybe like Wuwa having filler in their dialogue. I don't complain about ZZZ having filler in their dialogue because they both have skip options. So I have the option to just skip, and I don't even have to complain about the dialogue at all. But when you can't skip at all, it's so fucking bad, man. Like sometimes it just gives me like a genuine headache. No, Flogon. Exactly, Starlight. The problem I had with 3.0 was yes, there was a shit ton of filler dialogue, but the length of the main quest was so fucking artificial. The only reason it's like 10 hours, if you actually listen to dialogue, 10 to 11 hours of the main quest, is because every single fucking area you enter has a puzzle where you have to unlock the door. And you have to do like 10 different puzzles to unlock one door. And then like 5 minutes later, you're at another area with another door that needs to be like puzzle unlocked. Like outside of just the filler dialogue, you also have like the sheer amount of puzzles that they added. Which I'm gonna say this, right? I give my props to the puzzles. The puzzles are better than like Penacony, Zhengjolofu. Like they're the best puzzles they've added in the game so far. So the quality is better, but they just added way too fucking much of them. Like the quantity is way too fucking high. Do you think Castris is gonna be good in all endgame content? She's probably a blast character, so in things, I think MOC will 100% be her best mode. The problem, no, yeah, she should be fine for APOC. They'll probably shill something for her in APOC. So, yeah, I think she'll be fine APOC MOC. You'll probably be able to use her in Pure Fiction as well. However, Pure Fiction will probably be her worst mode. The reason I was hesitant on APOC is because in APOC, it's honestly more about breaking the toughness bar before like anything else. So they'd have to like purposely shield the weakness on a boss to make Castris perform like really well in APOC. I feel like unless she's just that much more broken, right? If she's that much more broken and she could just like one shot the fucking boss without breaking the toughness bar, a, you know what I'm saying? No, hero. She can hit all enemies. There isn't any leak of that at all. Flogon. So I'm not gonna say that there isn't any leaks about her hitting all enemies. If she is someone who can hit all enemies, then she'll be probably the same as the Herda. Like Herda is also like good in all three endgame modes because of the fact that she does good damage even in single target and like 2 or 3 target, and then she does her most damage in 5 target. So if she does actually hit everyone on field, then yeah, she'll be good in every single endgame mode. Oh, really, Andrina? Yeah. I've already said it before, but I think that Phanon and Castris are like very obviously the Acheron and Firefly of like the first half of a version. You know what I'm saying? Like it's pretty obvious in my opinion. Dim DM me and told me Dim is my friend, bro. Oh, nice. I mean, I'll probably still wait, but if it's true, then nice. She'll probably be good in all three endgame modes like Herda then. Yeah, there's a lot of interactions with casters. Like I had someone in my comments on my Sunday video that I just made saying that I'd probably be wrong because emanators are the ones who are always like shield for. But the only reason emanators are shield for is because of their importance in the story, right? Like obviously having that as your title is going to make you a lot more important, so they make you stronger. But it's not like anyone who isn't an emanator can't be a meta DPS. Like it doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? Like so long as they're important to the story, and especially if they're one of like the main ones, like Phanon and Castris are, they can very easily be stronger than an emanator. Like the title doesn't matter. Not to mention that, like they're literally in the Chrysos heirs, which are like the complete main focus of the story currently. It doesn't even matter if they're not emanators. Are you talking about with Herda plus Thor? I also feel like Remembrance MC is significantly better than Robin. For me, whenever I use my Herda, even when I had her outside of the E2, Remembrance MC, like she just did more damage. And I'd always have downtime with Robin because I don't have her light cone or her E2. Yeah. Like if I had Robin with her light cone, I wouldn't complain as much because then it would be a lot easier to get better ult up time. But like I always spend like once she finishes an ult, I spend like two of her turns having to use E before I can use her ult again. And because I replaced RMC for her, like there's no one else that can action advance. I don't have Bronya's Lycone on my account. I don't have Bronya's Lycone, no. Oh, it's just Hyacine Orokumata. So they changed. It's not a leak. I'm gonna be honest. The person who so-called leaked Hyacine being a remembrance healer is completely talking out of their ass. So what actually happened was that the planar set got changed. The one that was supposed to be for Inoxa got changed for a remembrance healer. And so that basically confirmed that Hyacine would be remembrance instead of abundance. And then after that leak, someone so-called leaked that she was remembrance right after that leak. Like people are so fake, bro. New Pride win tier list. I mean, do you guys actually want to see me bother react to the Pride win tier list or nah? I'm not as attuned to meta as a lot of other content creators, so No, I haven't seen 2.1 Lua leaks. Alright, let me pull it up. Pride win tier list. MOC. Is it MOC or is it like something else? Oh, it's only APOC? Alright. So, APOC. Is there any way I can change this? Oh, there we go. APOC. So, Rappa T0. Oh, Firefly's there. I thought for a second I was like, where the fuck is Firefly? So, Fei Xiao, Firefly, Rappa. I don't disagree with this. Because the thing is, I'm pretty sure Pridewin uses information from the last 3 resets for this shit. And Fei Xiao, even currently, like on the second side of APOC, she can get like 3,700 clears without much issue. So it's fine if she's T0. She's better than like all 3 of these, except Herda. Like that's kind of the only one. I predicted this. This is literally exactly what I predicted, even when Herda was in her league stages. So I'm kind of glad they finally moved Remembrance MC up. I was saying this like I think a week ago when I made a video on their tier list. They had Remembrance MC in tier 1 and I was kind of confused cuz these 3. So they finally put them in T0.5. Gallagher's here. Why is Huohuo in tier 1? Oh, it's because these two can break toughness bar. Huohuo can't. Okay. So they put Aventurine and Ling Sha. But I still feel like Huohuo should be here. Like, I understand that these 3 can actually break toughness bar, but... Acheron clears this MOC faster with a Jiao Q, maybe? I've heard a lot of people saying that they clear in like 2 or 3 cycles with Acheron E0S1 plus Jiao Q, and that seems to be the exact same average for E0S1 Herda. But Herda doesn't, like, if you're using E0S0 Acheron, and especially if you're not using a Jiao Q, like, Acheron is a million times worse than Herda, bro. Like, it's not even close. I'm not gonna lie. Jade moved up, not surprising. Topaz moved down, not surprising. I have seen Sarah. I saw a video from Sarah, Poke's mod, and March 7th is like almost always better than Topaz, except for like when you're only targeting one enemy on field. What do you reckon about RMC to T0? When more units come out that can take advantage of Remembrance MC, sure. But until then, no. Like, I have no doubt eventually he'll be T0. Because if Ruan May's up here, then he can 100% be up here. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's kind of one of those things. Sunday will also be moved to T0 in the future patches. Dots, Himeko, Yunli, Argenti. I think that Argenti's value is 100% higher than this if you run him alongside the Herda. Like, I understand that, once again, this is based off of the last three rotations, but Argenti is like the best other erudition you can use for the Herda if you can manage your skill points. Because there's no one that can get ult faster than him, like, in the game. I think Argenti should at least be T1. Ratios in T's 1.5. I really can't speak on ratio. I don't really do much with him. Seal in T3 dropped even further. So, yes, in MOC, she can one-shot the True Stings bugs, allowing her to like instantly take the turn again. But in APOC, I'm pretty sure she can't one-shot the bugs because the bugs have significantly more HP. So this does make sense. This does make sense. Tingyun T1.5. I don't see anything wrong with this. Silverwolf. Yeah, Silverwolf's 100% worse. Japard, Bailu, Jingli, Yu. Yep. I think this is all fine. I think this all makes sense. Jiao Q is obviously only here because of Acheron. I don't have an issue with this. Imagine pulling for two Herta signatures and giving one to Argenti. I'm sure someone did that. Yeah, it seems like the only one they updated. Yeah, like. Oh wait, no, they. I think they updated MOC as well. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Remembrance MC used to be in tier 1 and not in T0.5 here as well. So Remembrance MC moved up again. T0 for MOC. Once again, it is the last three rotations. Fei Xiao should not be here. Fei Xiao should be in T0.5. Huo T0.5. I think when Aglaya comes out, they should probably put Huo here. I know, like, Pride One can't look at leaks. Huo should go here when Aglaya releases. Like, 100%. Sunday could also maybe go straight to T0 with Aglaya as well. I'm not sure if they'll do it that early, but he 100% deserves it in my opinion. Topaz goes down again on the level of March 7th. Jade right there. Serval goes up because of being a battery for the Herda. Mose goes down. Even though Mose is still really good with Fei Xiao, I think March 7th is just like easier to build and more general. Dot, Black Swan, yeah, Kafka is all the way down in T1.5. Small Herda is T1.5, yep. Serval is better in MOC than Small Herda. We have Branya. I don't think Branya should ever be on the level of Silverwolf. Personally. Like, these two have completely different values. Like, I know she's really skill point unfriendly, especially if you don't have her Lycone or E1. But, like, really, alongside Silverwolf is a bit crazy to me. Once again, Argenti is too low. I think Argenti should be T1.5 or Tier 1. Like, if you're going to put Serval in Tier 1 for being a battery, you can put Argenti in Tier 1 for being a battery as well, in my opinion, for the Herda. Seals Tier 3. Yeah, I don't see much else wrong with this. I'm fine with this. Sparkle being in Tier 1 is fair? Yeah, it is. Sparkle has nowhere near the same value as all of these guys. You'll notice that Sparkle isn't T0.5 in a single mode for Pride Win. All of these guys at least have one T0.5. Most of them have two. And Fugue is T0 in Apocalyptic Shadow. And these guys are moving up soon. Like, most likely these guys will move up to T0. Zhao Q is so fucking good for Akron. Sunday's good in every single fucking hyper carry scenario. Fugue is the best break support in this game. And Remembrance MC's true damage is like one of the most broken buffs in the game, period. Alongside better action advance. So, yeah. Anoxa's Wind Air Edition? Yeah, Anoxa got changed to Wind Air Edition, supposedly. And then there's Pure Fiction. Pure Fiction, no one really cares about a Pure Fiction tier list, do they? Like, it's quite obvious, honestly. Um, all the AoE characters just absolutely slam everyone else. It's basically, that's it. I think, though, so there isn't a single T0 amplifier. This will probably go to Tribby. Tribby will probably be the T0 amplifier here for Pure Fiction when she releases. Like 100%. I have zero doubt about it. Tribby is better than all of these guys in Pure Fiction because of the follow-ups. RMC is down in Tier 1 still for Pure Fiction. Serval goes up for Tier 1. I don't see anything wrong here. Holy fuck. I mean, it makes sense, but like, it's crazy seeing that. Not gonna lie. Pure Fiction tier list? Yeah, I don't think anyone cares about a Pure Fiction tier list. Gonna be honest. Argenti still being judged as a DPS, not a Herda battery. I mean, I guess, but like, he 100% deserves better. Like, in the rankings. Like, I think these rankings at the end of the day are supposed to help people decide on who's like a really good pull. So when you see tier 2 and tier 1.5 in MOC and Apocalyptic Shadow, just to later find out that like he's basically the best battery option for Herda possible. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it is true. Like, no one would really pull for him on a rerun because Anox is coming up anyways. So yeah, that there's also that. But yeah, I honestly think the tier list is fine in most places. However, in some places, not the best. But for the most part, it's completely fine. Everybody has subjective opinions at the end of the day. They've done a really good job. Oh yeah, 100% Anoxa will be better than Argenti. But like currently Argenti is like one of the best batteries possible. Tribby's Lycone is really, really good. So you give the entire party 46% crit damage. She then gives herself 36% crit damage. And I think she regens energy faster with the presage stacks or whatever the fuck it's called. But you can use S5 DDD. For anyone out there, any S5 DDD havers, you can use that on Tribby as the best free-to-play option. mm. Yeah, this is APOC. This is APOC. That's why all the break characters are up here. Yeah, I agree with everything. The only thing that I've been nitpicking a bit is because I watch leaks. Like, Pride One can't like put leaked characters ranked, obviously. But in my opinion, very obviously, like for these other modes, Huo should go to T0 soon. Sunday in Remembrance MC should end up going to T0 soon as well. Like, most of this stuff I'm usually talking about is just leaks. Meshing cogs or DDD? I think DDD is better. You can get a lot faster cycle clears with DDD. Meshing cogs is better, I guess, if you're struggling with the, like, not getting the ult within 2 turns. But otherwise, I think DDD is better. Ruan Mei should be T0.5. Ruan Mei's in T0 because of the break teams. So it does make sense for her to be here because her niche is like three of the strongest DPSs in the entirety of the game. You know what I'm saying? Especially Boot Hill. Like Boot Hill compared to these two 100% uses Ruan Mei more often. Seeing all the 1.0 units being worthless is sad. How long before Akron becomes tier 1 or T2? Probably like late 3.x if I had to guess. It wouldn't be surprising. But yeah, like if anyone is ever like, oh, this character is future proof. This character is going to last you the entirety of the game, right? Just look at where Jing Liu, Blade, Argenti, and Dill are now. Dill at one point was the strongest DPS in the entirety of the game in 2.0. Literally a year ago, he was the strongest DPS. Now stuck in T1.5, Tier 2, and Tier 4. But yeah, I think this is all pretty good. Yun Li has the lowest cycle clears for this MOC. That is a bit unexpected. I'm not gonna lie. And then Zhao Q, obviously, fucking Acheron, man. The reason why Zhao Q is 8.4 and Acheron is 8.8 is because this is being, what's it called, like skewed by people who are using Acheron without a Zhao Q. But anyone who does have a Zhao Q is also running it on Acheron. So that's why Zhao Q is the second fastest. Can you see their Wuwa tier list? There would be no reason or point in me watching a Wuwa tier list when I don't know shit about Wuwa's meta. Huohuo is clearing better than Aventurine, but not better than Lingsha. Lingsha's, holy fuck. Oh. Wasn't she T0.5 in one of the modes before, or was she always triple T0? Is she the only character in this game that's triple T0? Is she the only one? I think she's the only one. Yes? Bro, she's so fucking broken. Oh my god, I'm so glad I got her. Okay, next up, what about Pure Fiction? Argenti, holy fuck. So people are clearing with Argenti like crazy because of the old spam. Jade, Fugue, most likely because of that Himiko shit, that Fugue Himiko combo. Lingshaw's the best sustain for Pure Fiction. Zhao Q likely for the Acheron havers. Yeah, this seems pretty normal. APOC. RMC. Oh. So people with RMC and running it alongside Herda are on average getting a 3,500 score. That's most likely why RMC is up here. Pretty nice, honestly. Lingsha is, again, the fastest clearing sustain, with Aventurine being right behind. Sunday is above Robin, probably also because of Herda, for people who aren't using Robin or RMC. Rappa is above all the break DPSs in APOC. But Rappa's usage rate is also significantly lower, I think. View Eidolon toggle. Topaz. Not surprising. Probably just completely shred with Fei Xiao. Herda is only 2 behind Fei Xiao, but she is being completely shielded. Serval, T1.5 and everything because of being a battery. Herda, yeah, she's T0 in Pure Fiction because of the breaks. Lingshaw, best sustain in the game. And then Rappa is 40. Okay, this is probably because of E2 Firefly. E2 Firefly is more broken than any of the other break DPS's Eidolons. So E2 Firefly makes her score significantly better. I'm not going to look at a Wuwa tier list, guys. I don't know anything about Wuwa. I'm not going to fucking, like, I'm just going to be sitting there staring like, oh, interesting. Like, I don't actually understand anything. Seal. Ooh, Seal. Even with the quantum weakness, it simply isn't enough. Average score of 3,200. It is what it is. And then the rest of these guys aren't even ranked. No, I'm not going to look at his... Bro, I don't know the meta. What about Pure Fiction? I mean, actually, there's no point in me looking at Pure Fiction, bro. I'm going to be honest. Include Eidolons for MOC. Acheron and Break teams are the fastest clearers for MOC, it seems. Oh, wait, the Herda isn't... Is the Herda not here? I don't think Herda's here, right? That's probably why. Yeah, I don't think Herda's here. So Acheron and Break teams clear the fastest when including Eidolons. No, it's old data? Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, you're right. Herda is in here. It's completely old data. Yeah, you're right. Oh, I want that Sunday light gun so bad. Clara. Was Clara there? Was she popping off? Oh, wow, she is. She... Clara is beating Dill and Jingyuan dot blade ratio. It's Clara. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. That's pretty interesting. Clara doing better than Don Hung now. Embarrassing. I mean, it just is what it is, man. It is what it is. Oh, really persistent? Yeah. Seems like Dill, without his best in slot teammates, it doesn't sound like a very fun time currently. Can anyone tell me? I'm pretty sure Sunday with a Lycone is better than Sparkle for Dill, right? Because of the 20% energy on ult. I think he's better for Dill. As well as the increased damage bonus from the Lycone. Yes? Yeah. But then again, that was with Eidolon. I had the thing on for Eidolons invested in like Lycones and teams, so yeah, I guess people are just maybe the people playing Dill are bad, but I don't think so. I think he just sucks. At the end of the day, what are you gonna do when the HP inflation is going on? Back when Dill was in his prime, bosses had like 1 million health. Like 1 million, 1.1 million. Now they're in the 3 and 4 millions. There's nothing you can do about it. Oh yeah, I remember watching that video, Flogon. You're right. Hope Jiaoqi comes after 3.2. I think he's more likely to get a rerun in 3.1. Like, I think it makes sense. Yeah. Sunday is just like a completely different beast with his Lycone. It's not even really close. I mean, it doesn't get more niche than that, Iman, is the problem. Like, like, it doesn't get any more niche. 24% res pen plus a 30% damage vulnerability field, which only AoE DPSs can take full advantage of. Because you have 30% damage vulnerability on like multiple enemies and not just one. Like Tribi doesn't really get any more niche than how she currently is. But like another character doesn't get any more niche. Like, it'll happen eventually. Tribi will probably be power crept eventually, but, like, we're talking at minimum, like, late 3.x probably. Like, at minimum. Especially if you get, like, Eidolons. Like, you can tell by her Eidolons that she's perfectly meant for the AoE DPSs, like, erudition guys. Because you get true damage proc every single time someone on field hits. Like, it's just way too perfect for the erudition units. And especially for Herda specifically. Like, Tribi benefits the Herda, like, absolutely fucking crazy. It's not even close for any other support in the game. And Tribi also does damage herself. Like, the only way I see Tribi being power crept is someone has a straight up better kit and does more damage. But they would never do that, like, this early. Like, it even took Sunday to finally, like, almost fully put Sparkle in the grave. And that's, like, 7 patches later. He released 7 patches after Sparkle. And Sustainless ones, yes, Plastor, yes. Sustainless Fei Shao teams, the best possible is Trivi plus Robin. And I think if you don't have a Robin, the next best option is Tribi. But Robin is still better because of the fact that she's obviously like niche made for the follow-up characters. Does E00 Sunday replace Sparkle? In most cases, I think. But in specific cases like Dill, I don't think so. So when Sunday... so basically, E00 Sunday is good. However, he isn't like taking over best in slots for other characters. Like let's say Sparkle. But the moment you get the light cone, he actually does just fully take over. Like there it basically isn't anyone that's a better option. Like even for E2 Acheron, like people are saying their Easer S1 Sundays clear faster than their Sparkles. Sunday without the light cone is SP neutral and gives less damage boost to the character. I think that's kind of that's the issue. I think you can get like 3-turn ult time because his ult's buff lasts 3 turns. So I think you can get the ult time just fine, but you're just missing out on the skill point positivity and the damage boost. And because his light cone allows him to get ult more often, that means that you get 20% energy for your main DPS more often as well. Like, this doesn't apply for Acheron, but it 100% applies for Dill. Do you think My Day will get a buff again? Maybe. I don't know. I think he's honestly in a perfectly fine spot, but he could still get a buff, like a slight buff. And then he'd be on the same level, if not slightly better than like Herda and Aglaya. Because I think currently he's just slightly worse than Herda and Aglaya in their best in slot teams. But that could literally change with Hyacine. Like Hyacine releases and he's now better than maybe both of them. Actually, no. He won't be better than Herda on her best in slot team. Because Herda will now have Tribby and Anoxa. Never mind. But probably better than Aglaya. Thank you, Buff. Isn't it slightly negative? No. If you play Sunday correctly, you can run him SP neutral even without the light cone. Like, I went on Pridewin just to check, just in case. And Pridewin themselves, after doing testing, like, they say E00 Sunday is also SP neutral. If you just have, like, a half-decent build on him and play him right. Yeah, I think My Day without the auto would be significantly better. Like, quite significantly. But the thing is, the reason why they're making him do such stupid damage is because it's like to make up for his shitty ass auto battle. So yeah, My Day, according to testers, without the light cone, is like 30 to 40% worse for My Day. In terms of like performance. Like, it's one of the worst case scenarios for any DPS we've ever seen without their light cone. I agree, Kunal, and even then, I still wouldn't recommend it unless they plan on not pulling anyone else that uses those same supports. Like, if someone were going for Aglaya and Castris, or Aglaya and My Day, like, they both want Sunday as a best in slot. That's a big reason why I was fine with going for the Herda. Is because I have a hunch that Sunday might be a best in slot with Phanon as well. And going for Castris plus Phanon might have been an issue if that were the case. However, Herda does not have Sunday as a best in slot. And especially once Anoxa releases, you're going to want a team buffer over a hypercarry buffer. So I don't have to worry about Sunday wanting to be on a different team anymore. He just goes straight into castresses. Is that as bad as Acheron without her light cone? I'm not sure. But I think so, yeah. Another downside to My Day is because he's an HP scaler, his free-to-play team is absolute dog shit. Like, it's so fucking bad. Um, like, his performance in a free-to-play team compared to his optimal team is, like, legit night and day. Like, Herda from a free-to-play team to an optimal team will usually be, like, a 1 to 2 cycle difference. But with My Day, it's legit like a 3 or 4 sometimes. Well, yeah, I agree. If you have a Zhao Q, Acheron doesn't need her light cone. But Acheron still benefits greatly from that light cone. Like, she goes from doing good with Zhao Q at E0S0 to doing, like, fantastic with the light cone as well. But yeah, Zhao Q is, like, the main... Like, okay, I'm going to be honest, right? Zhao Q carries Acheron on his back. If Zhao Q did not exist, holy fuck, man. She would already probably be in tier 1 for, like, most endgame modes at this point. But because of Zhao Q's existence, she is able to be ran without the light cone just fine. Nah, she wouldn't be T1.5, I think. T1.5 is like Jingliu and Dill. Like, I don't think so. Even when Jiaoqiu wasn't released, Acheron was still stronger than Jingliu and Dill, so... Do you think Hoyoverse is listening to players' feedback because of My Day and Anoxa changing elements? No. So, according to the leakers, there were actually some leakers who never guessed Imaginary for Anoxa, and apparently it was only one leaker in specific who was right once and then randomly called him Imaginary. So, a bunch of other leakers were confused. Like, they didn't say Anoxa was Imaginary because they never had leaks on it. And that's probably because he was never Imaginary to begin with. Like, he was probably Wind. New Anoxa leak? I can't show it on stream, guys. Hopefully it's not a video. I'll say it out loud, though, if I can. Anoxa is an erudition character who frequently implants weakness into enemies. When an enemy possesses 7 weaknesses simultaneously, Anoxa will inflict more damage at a higher frequency. So the old kit leaks don't seem to be wrong for Anoxa. He implants weakness. And he gets stronger the more weaknesses are on an enemy. That's interesting. Oh my god, why is my keyboard fucking up? Silverwolf found dead? I mean, we now know why Silverwolf got randomly thrown into the 3.0 rerun. Like, it's now fully, like, known now. Like, they just threw her into the rerun because Anoxa is going to release in 3.2. And if they threw her in a rerun in 3.1, there would already be, like, in-game Anoxa leaks on YouTube. So there isn't a better time for them to rerun Silverwolf than now. No castress leaks. They do it on purpose. It's just drip feeding. They 100% have some more castress leaks. They just don't do it. I don't know, Flogon. I don't know. Probably Woowa, because of the guaranteed weapon banner, and also giving weapon pulls. Should I get Jiaoqi's Lycone? I really want to keep playing Acheron. Sure. If you really want to keep playing Acheron, I mean, you go ahead for it. Like, Jiaoqi's Lycone's pretty good, but would I recommend it? Probably not. But if you want to keep playing your Acheron, 100% go for it. You don't need it? Yeah, you don't need it now. But, like, he's implying that he wants to keep using his Acheron team as long as possible. So the Lycone's going to help. Especially once the HP inflation gets even worse. Gatekeeping leaks? Yeah, they do it all the time. They were gatekeeping Castrus's animation leaks. And then once Hoyo actually teased her animations, they revealed, like a leaker revealed literally right after, that they already knew about the animation and that they actually know more about it. And that Hoyo didn't show the whole thing. Like, they gatekeep leaks all the fucking time. When is Zhaoqiu rerun? No one knows. Is Robin still good? Yes, but her value is gonna go down in the future patches because there isn't a single upcoming DPS that actually scales with attack. And on top of that, even the ones that can use attack don't really prefer attack or Robin. Like, that's kind of the situation Robin's in right now. She's good for like all the older DPSs, but all of the newer 3.x ones don't have Robin as a best in slot. Oh no, Aglaia does. Aglaia, no. Okay, never mind. So Aglaia's best in slot is Sunday, not Robin. But Sunday with Robin is really good for Aglaia. Well, yeah, Blaziken, but like that's significantly more expensive. Like I don't know what the guy like what his polls look like. Like Lycone banners have a 75-25 and a lower pity, while characters 50-50 and higher pity. So do you think rerun is soon? Sunday rerun is soon? Yes. Well, not soon, but I think he'll rerun on Castrus's banner in 3.2, which is at this point like no, it's like 3 months away. I think he'll rerun on Castrus's banner. I'm gonna end soon, Flow God. I'm already tired. It's 7 in the morning for me, and I've been awake for quite a while now. Should I go for her to full fart then? I'm gonna be completely honest, right? I'm gonna be completely honest with you. You will probably clear Endgame better getting like an E0 S0 Herda or E0 S0 My Day than using the fart team in Endgame currently. Unless you give them like higher cost investment and relic investment. Like the fart team is currently doing so shit in the AoE stuff. Like they're averaging 3, 4, 5 cycles, which is exactly the same as like Herda and My Day free to play teams. And the second you waste your pulls on that Robin, you're not going to be using her on any of the 3.x DPSs. If you already have Sunday, skip Robin, pull for My Day or Castris. Like 100%, that's just a better overall option, I'm going to be honest. Yeah, buff. Like, the fart team is doing significantly worse in this MOC, and I don't think they're gonna be doing like all that much better in the next one, because the next one is literally just a full HP buff for My Day. Like, even though at least Fei Xiao isn't nerfed anymore because there isn't Trotter she has to waste her time on, like, it's still not gonna feel good. Whoops. What AoE shield does to someone? Yeah, that's like the actual issue. Like, one sec. I need to show you guys something, right? I always show this, but jeez, my internet is slow. So, okay. So, the current MOC that we are on right now is Troopship Mayhem, which already, keep in mind, this MOC is already making the fart team feel bad. 10.8 million total HP. The next one, 16.1. However, this has Nikador. I think a Fei Xiao can do fine since it's Nikador. However, the one in the 3.1 MOC you see is 14 million single target. So, even though she's already struggling now, it's only gonna get worse. Okay? Straight up, it's only gonna get worse from here. Like, if Fei Xiao was Blast or AoE, it would be fine. But because she's single target, she's literally the worst path possible for the current endgame. Except for APOC. You can still use her fine in APOC. I cleared Svarog in 2 cycles. Yeah, but you're probably using like a significantly higher investment team, if I had to guess. Like a very high chance. Like, do you not have any Eidolons or Lycone Solus? Like, the person I'm talking to doesn't sound like they have any Eidolons on, like, the characters or anything. And they're not even going for a Lycone on Robin. Because I know it's, like, more doable if you have, like, Robin Lycone or Robin E1. Like, Robin Lycone makes ult uptime a million times easier. And E1 is a straight up 24% party-wide damage increase. I mean, there it is, Solus. Like, the Robin uptime is so much fucking easier when you have her S1. Like, it's so much easier. When you don't have Robin S1, there's like 2 turns, like straight up 2 turns. Robin has downtime without the ult up. Like, that's the issue you face with an E0 S0 Robin. Unless you're running like Quid Pro Quo Gallagher or some shit and you get some good RNG. I don't know, Flogon. Yeah, I saw it, Solus. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Although 2 Cycle is still really good. You've done better with Fei Xiao than like 90% of the player base, even with like Eidolons and Lycone. Like, if I had to assume, if I had the Lycone, probably 3 cycles if I was doing it on stream or some shit. But like, even my Fei Xiao, even though my Fei Xiao is technically E0 S1, I don't really take full advantage of it. Because it's Ratio's Lycone instead of her own. And Ratio's Lycone only really shows its value when enemies have debuffs on them. And my Mose is like completely fucking unbuilt. If I had Mose, the Ratio Lycone would probably work significantly better for me. But my Mose is fully fucking unbuilt. Because I think Moses Prey counts as a debuff. Herda or Castris? Probably Castris. E1 Robin is carrying my account now? Yeah, E1 Robin is really, really nice. Moses Prey is 2 debuffs? Oh, even better, yeah. Because I don't have, even though my Fei Xiao is technically easier S1, I am not able to take full advantage of that Ratio Lycone. It's kind of like the same case for my Robin. Sometimes I'm able to put my Ruan Mei's Lycone on my Robin, but she can't hit the 150 break effect threshold, which is what gives the skill point refund, and it's obviously just overall worse for ult uptime. So oh yeah, Blaziken, I'm not gonna bother building Moze because I'm not gonna bother with Fei Xiao anymore. I've got the Herda, and after the Herda, I'm getting Castris, and those are gonna be my 2 main teams. Like, I'm 100% not even gonna fucking bother with Moze. You use Hump March? Yeah. Yeah, HSR releases a shit ton of 5 stars. Alright, guys, I'm gonna end the stream here. It honestly should have been way shorter than this, but I got caught up. Appreciate you guys all stopping by. Love the conversations. I'm gonna sleep soon. Hope you have a good day. Hope you have a good night.